Typically takes short 2 to 3 second draws. And this vape will work pretty well. I think a little better than the original. You'll get a pretty decent amount of vapor from a short draw like that. For someone like me, it's not extremely satisfying. Like, it's not quite enough sometimes for me. In the beginning of the session, it tends to be more vapor, and then, later on, I find myself needing to take longer draws to keep vapor production up. But if you do take a long draw, 10 seconds plus, you can get quite a bit of vapor from it. Now, draw resistance is a pretty interesting subject with this one. The original one, it's kind of hard to pull from. A lot of people don't like it for that reason. Things that can affect resistance, though, are how clean your vape is, how tight your screen is pressed in, or how far down it's pressed in. So this is a conduction vape, which means it almost kind of needs a little draw resistance. Like, the airflow can't be too fast, or else it won't have enough time to effectively vape your material. What I found is this, after a good amount of testing and use, when you first clean it and the oven is all fresh and the vapor path is cleaned out, you can take a nice pull. There's not a lot of resistance, feels good, feels natural. But after maybe just a couple of sessions, maybe 2-3 sessions, I start to notice that the resistance is a little higher. And what I found this is due to is the oven screen getting a little bit of residue built up around the edges, because the edges of the screen is where the airflow normally is, into the vapor path. So I say screen because it's really just like a flat metal plate. The airflow doesn't go through it, it goes around it. So when a little bit of residue builds up in there, and then it hardens, after the vape cools off and stuff, in between sessions, you end up with this issue where the airflow is kind of restricted through the screen a little bit, which then affects what it feels like when you're pulling from it. So what I'm trying to get at here is that I have found myself popping out the oven screen every few sessions